Alright, we're starting out this Movies on My Mind with a little peek inside the cave. So there's two movies I might be seeing today, but we'll get there. First, wanted to reiterate something I just sent to my friend. Yes, I'm doing laundry. So last month there was Thanksgiving, the horror film. It's still in theaters, and you already saw. Me and Maddie went to see that. At the same time we were seeing that, there was an AMC Screen Unseen, which I was sorely tempted to go to, because the one guess on Reddit was that it's American Fiction. Last time they guessed that it was The Marvels, so they were correct both times. But this time I'm like, alright, well, I don't know that it's American Fiction, so we'll just go to the movie we're planning. Hope it's not, lest I regret my decisions, because I've heard since, especially, that it is such a masterpiece. I heard before from Carson Rehnquist, I think. I've heard that it's a masterpiece, and I really desperately want to see it. It ended up being American Fiction. So it's like, bummer, gotta wait till next month. Well, now it's here. Now it's coming out. And the one AMC that it's out at is AMC River East 21. So this is where I'm confuddled, because it could be at every theater for AMC Screen Unseen, but not for its actual rollout. But then again, I'm not confuddled, because it probably doesn't have a huge marketing budget, and they want to reduce risk of opening in too many screens and it bombing for the number of screens. So it's just it just feels too little number of screens. I'm just bummed. So hopefully it picks up steam and extends to more theaters, or it gets on home release real quick. Because I also watched the Hot Ones episode with Sterling, I forget his last name, who is in American Fiction, who is in Black Panther. He was the father. I think his name was Sterling. But yeah, it's just a bummer, because I really want to see American Fiction. And now it'll have to wait. But the first movie for today is The Boy and the Heron. Maddie is seeing it this Sunday, so this is Friday right now. This Sunday with her friends for one of her friends' birthday parties. And I also heard how excellent that film was, so I'm seeing it today so that next Monday we can talk about it. And then I've already seen Godzilla -1, but next Tuesday, all on her own with her friends at school, they're going to the movies to see Godzilla -1, because there's a theater basically right across the street from their school, and it's $5 tickets for 11 o'clock. So that's cool. I think that's all I want to say about that. Now we got the usual dynamic moving shots. But no, we're here at the theater 1 minute after the trailers have started for The Boy and the Heron. And yeah, just looking forward to it. If Suzume was an enjoyable time, I don't know why I'm comparing them, besides them being animated movies, I guess. Not too. They might not both be anime. I think they are. If that's good, and based on the reviews that there were before I saw it, this will be great. I'm just going to go the other way, because the wind is so behind my back, as you can see the artificially blurred out hairs just being pushed by the wind. Anyway, I was going this way because there would be less cars and I could be less nervous, but have a nice little background for this beautiful day. That's what I wanted to say. It's 57 outside. While I'm always wearing these shorts, or have been so far, this is one of those days that I think everybody would be just enjoying. Alright, let me fix my hair. The little bits that were dry. The little bits that were dry enough to be pushed around. Anyway, time to go see The Boy and the Heron. Over there. Over there. Let's do it. And it's not even I'm not even seeing this in IMAX. But that's cool. Yes. I don't understand The Boy and the Heron. This morning, when my daughter was going to school, she was on the phone with me, and there was a moment where she had a little frustration, because next Tuesday, she's going to see Godzilla Minus One with her friends, right? Well, at school, and she needs $5 for that ticket, and she doesn't have $5 quite. She's a little short. So she had the plan to bring a Coke Zero. I bought a bunch of Coke Zeros from Costco for her to sell at school, because she's allowed to sell them at school. She was going to bring one. She already talked to a fellow classmate yesterday about selling it, and then she'd have $5. Bing, bang, boom. She forgot the Coke Zero. Now, my plan was to say, well, you already know that you're fine, that you've got time, so how do you know that already? And just get her to the point of being like, okay, it's Friday right now, that's Tuesday, I can sell it to them on Tuesday. But she was like, stop doing that. She doesn't like when I'm trying to help her relax herself, like problem solve, but letting her figure that out. Because if she's beating herself up about it when she doesn't need to, that doesn't seem very productive, right? That seems like, at least to me, a skill that would be good to develop, because that's a skill it took me a long time to develop. So why not? And let her do it, not me just tell her, hey, it's okay because Tuesday. But as she's growing older, she's 12, she's just naturally not wanting to depend on me, right? Or at least that's my read of it. That's how I'm thinking about it. So, that's fine. She wants distance from me, distance from somebody who told her how to be, so that she can be her own person. That's what The Boy and the Heron reminded me of. I don't understand any of the messaging. I gave it 4 stars on Letterboxd. It seems like a good film. It seems, and I'm okay not understanding a film, looking for meaning, looking for people's interpretations that can show me the meaning, if it feels like it knows what it's doing. But I was afraid it was a film that, for me, never felt that way, and I could be wrong. Tenet didn't feel that way, but I could be wrong. But I haven't found any interpretations that really gave a lot of insight. I found one for Beau is Afraid that gave a bit of insight, and that was interesting. And I need to watch it again, and maybe watch Beau is Afraid again, even though I don't want to do that. Because it's 3 hours. But this film feels like it knows what it was doing, but I just didn't understand. And I'm really fascinated now what all the kids are going to think of it when they see it, what Maddie's going to think of it when she sees it this Sunday. But now it's time to have my coffee, which I was using to prop this up, and go to work in an hour, and then maybe we'll see Die Hard. That's the plan. Got the ticket, but plans sometimes change when work is in the middle of 2 movies. Alright, but Boy the Heron. Curious what your interpretation of it is, if you've seen it. Spoilers, as you can guess. by me being home. It happened again. Went to work. They offered me to stay later. I was like, yes. Not only do I want to do what we're doing, but yeah, I can let me cancel this movie time so that I can make some more rent money. But yeah, Die Hard did not happen tonight. I own it, but I'm mainly going because why not? It doesn't cost me anything more, and it can contribute towards that Fandango credit that they give every 4 that you get. But at this point, I just got, I don't know what light I like better. This direct light that lights it all up, or this warm light that's not very direct. But I prefer the warmth. I don't know. I might watch a little bit of Die Hard tonight since I own it, but since Fandango gives me those credits, might as well take advantage when I can. But now that means that, let's see, I might look up Die Hard, see if it has any other times, and see it a different time this week. But now there's more flexibility because I would have been maxed out by Monday when Silent Night. That's what we're seeing. But that was movies on my mind. And yeah, see you in the next one. Post-credit scene, but now I get to see, I just checked, and I saw that the Die Hard re-release, there's plenty of dates, but especially the date I just chose is the one on Monday at a different theater, and it's Dolby. I don't know if the original screening I was going to watch was Dolby, but I'm not going to check. Because now I can have it in my mind that I went from a normal screening that was later in the day that I wouldn't have the energy for, or that I would enjoy but be tired driving back and immediately crash getting back here. Or I can go eat the ice cream I just got, eat the Cheetos or whatever, I don't know, the Cheetos I got, and enjoy Die Hard re-release in Dolby on Monday in the middle of the day before Silent Night, not Violent Night, which I think is on Amazon Prime. Silent Night. Okay, post-credit scene done. Nice.
I'm living in a movie, there's a scene you gotta jump. I got my people at the viewing who all knew me selling tickets. Yeah, they talking about the beauty. I see Scorsese outside saying this isn't cinema. Free man, I ain't doing shit tomorrow, I don't need plans. I'll be kicking it till April off for $3 grand. I don't even need the money, I just need fans. I just need fans.